Dear leaders, hello everyone. I'm Wan Jun, today's speaker. As Semico social coordinator, we will begin by discussing three key macroeconomic indicators: GDP, inflation, and unemployment. GDP is the market value of any goods and service produced in a country during a given period. It represents the sum of the output of all economic activity. Inflation refers to the overall increase in prices within an economy. The unemployment rate, on the other hand, indicates the proportion of the labor force willing to work but unable to, and is a key indicator of economic vitality. During a recession, GDP declines and the unemployment rate rises. During an economic expansion, GDP rises and inflation rises. For Semico, this trend helps add foreign keys to consumer spending. During periods of high GDP growth, household income increases, driving sales during the back to school and holiday seasons. During economic downturns, consumers may reduce spending, and digital marketing and social media engagement can help maintain brand awareness. Fluctuations in inflation can also affect production and transportation costs, requiring Semico to flexibly adjust its pricing and supply chain planning. Therefore, closely monitoring macroeconomic data helps Semico adjust its marketing and pricing strategies to maintain stable consumer demand. Next, let's look at the analysis of aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Singapore plans to provide a tax rebate to all taxpayers starting in 2025. This policy will increase residents' disposable income, stimulating consumption and shifting the aggregate demand curve to the right in the short term. If there is still spare capacity in the Singapore economy and businesses respond to increased demand. This tax rebate policy will boost real output and employment, while keeping price pressures limited. Consumer-oriented business such as retailers and see sales growth during the tax rebate period. However, if the economy is nearly capacity limited, this policy may lead to inflationary pressure rather than the actual growth. In the long term, aggregate supply will adjust the wages and prices rise, varying output back to potential GDP. For Semico, this means a short-term boost in sales as consumers have more spending power for lifestyle and gift products. However, if inflation rises in the long term, production and retail costs may also increase. Therefore, Semigo needs to maintain flexible pricing and digital marketing strategies to adapt to the economic changes. For Singapore, which closely monitors inflation and growth, the ADS model helps the government strike balance between promoting growth and maintaining price stability. Regarding tariffs and trade wars, tariffs, tariffs are taxes imposed on important goods, which shift the supply curve to the left, leading to higher prices in the domestic market and reduced imports. In the US, in the US market, the Trump administration's tariff policy has increased the cost on important consumer goods and raw materials. According to the supply and demand model, tariff raises equilibrium prices and reduce the number of transactions. Furthermore, tariffs create the winners and losers. Domestic producers benefit for higher prices, while consumers and important dependent business pay higher costs. For Semico, whose product supply chain is global, these tariffs will increase the import cost and squeeze profit margins. The company may need to adjust its sourcing strategy, such as switching and suppliers in the non-tariff affected regions or maintaining price competitiveness through localized marketing. This trend fractions highlight the importance of flexible supply chain management and timely digital communication strategies for long-term business stability. Finally, insights from behavioral economics helps us understanding and consumers do not always act rationally. Two typical behavior bases are anchoring and social proof. The anchoring effect refers to how people are influenced by the intentional information. For example, Semigo used the display a regularly $29.9 now $19.9 to make a discount appear more cost effective. The social proof effect refers to people's tendency to imitate and the choices of others by displaying user-generated contact, consumer reviews, or best-selling targets. Semigo leverages the herd mentality to reduce purchase uncertainty. This is particularly effective on peer influence driven platforms like Instagram and TikTok. Therefore, Simigo can showcase better selling products or user-generated content on the social media to increase engagement. Understanding this psychological mechanisms can help Simigo optimize marketing design, increase on the conversions rates, and strengthen brand loyalty. By applying behavior economics insights, Semigo can build a stronger emotion connection with consumers and improve business decisions. Thank you for your listening.